College show.
Leather in the summer.
Yes, this is football with a dabble. Fishing. Week 2 college football. Last week was a shake-up. Proved a lot of things. And I'm sitting here with my partner in crime, Chocolate Jefe, breaking down with the rundown and tell them what they got in store for them today.
Again, I don't make the music, I just play the music. That's that Outcast, Can't Wait. That shit sounds so good still. Check this out. Here's the rundown for this morning. We would do the fishing forecast, but guess what? Homeboy Fishing already did it. So you should have tuned into the NFL show.
You can go check out the YouTube feed or on Facebook. And
check out the NFL show. So here's the rundown. We got the top four. Then we're going to go into our topic of the week. Then we're going to go into our big bass games for college football. And then finally we're going to end with the HBCU game of the week, brought to you by Chocolate Homeboy Fishing. So Homeboy Fishing, start us off with your top 4 teams of college football in week 2.
Week 2, my number 14 goes to, shout out to Troy Pride, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. They came out last Saturday and they made a statement against Michigan. So they either said how good Notre Dame was or how bad Michigan is. It's still early in the season.
Okay.
My number 3 team, I told y'all that was going to come together, and they're going to be hard to beat this year.
Who's
Ohio
that?
State Buckeyes. All right, Urban Meyer got suspended.
Doesn't matter.
Don't matter. He got everybody in the upper north playing for him. My number 2 team goes to the Alabama Crimson Tide because they keep winning no matter who they got a quarterback. And somehow they win. I think it's a lot of mental playing against Alabama more than physical ability of it because
teams are scared of them.
It's just scared of them. My number 1 team goes to the Clemson Tigers. They're going to put up big numbers today against Texas A&M.
Okay.
And everyone thinking, it's going to be a good game. No, it's not going to be a good game. Clemson Tigers are going to blow them out. That's why they ranked number 2, 1 on some polls.
Well, that's one of our games for the week, so hold up. Don't give them too much. I feel you, though. Hey, this is Chocolate's top 4. Chocolate's top 4 teams, and I'm going to start up our number 4 team, which is the Ohio State Buckeyes. They put up 77 points against a Pac-12 opponent. That's impressive. 77 points against a big school. That's impressive. Number 3 team is the UGA Bulldogs. You can never undervalue experience at quarterback position. The UGA does have that with Fromm. But South Carolina Gamecocks are going to put that resolve to the test on Saturday. Number 2, Clemson Tigers. That's my team. They got a dominant defensive line. They got a big test on Saturday against Texas A&M. I think they're going to pass that one. Number 1 is Alabama. They're defending champions. And Tua is the real deal Holyfield. Shout out to LSU for spanking the U. Your top 4 from last week.
My top 4, they got knocked out.
Virginia Tech for ruining Willie Taggart's home opener. They beat him down. And finally, Notre Dame for exposing Michigan and Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh is overrated.
Yeah.
Michigan Wolverine Nation, it's time for y'all to give him his walking papers. It's over. The honeymoon's over there. So let's get into our topic of the week. Our topic of the week is that be careful what you ask for. Big college versus little college. Talk to me, Homeboy Fishing.
Look here, Appalachian State, North Carolina A&T. These players are going to these smaller schools so they can play immediately. No, they don't get on TV every week.
But they do get on TV.
They do get on TV. Penn State paid A&T probably about $1 million. East Carolina probably paid A&T.
I got the number. They actually paid A&T $300,000 to come to that game.
They flew
plus travel expenses.
Yeah, flew them guys, put them up, fed them, and you go out there and get upset. And Penn State supposed to have lost last week. But these teams coming into the big colleges and putting a spanking down on them. I give credit to the program itself, the coaches there, and the recruiting because they're able to get kids they believe in.
Correct.
To make the program work. That's what I feel about it.
Hey, you're right. Be careful what you ask for. Let me give you a few.
Go ahead.
2007, Appalachian State beat Michigan 34-32. 2013, Georgia Southern beats Florida 26-20. 2016, North Dakota State beats Iowa 23-21. That same year, Eastern Washington beats Washington State 45-42. 2016, North Carolina A&T Aggies beat Kent State 39-36. And 2018, North Carolina A&T does it again, beats East Carolina 28-23. Be careful what you ask for. Like Homeboy Fishing says, these cats are good. They don't have to go to the big schools to play immediately. And the NFL is going back to these other schools and getting that talent too. So shout out.
A&T had a first round guy go out last year, left tackle.
The left tackle, year before that had Cohen. Bruh, you don't have to go to the Michigans and Georgia to play, young people. You can go to A&T, you can go to the SWAC, and you ball out, they're gonna come find you.
Did you see those defensive backs for A&T? All of them going
Killing.
NFL.
Killing, bro.
Oh, check out the DBs.
Hey, bro, I see talent there. I see talent there. And you know what? If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. So that's what's up. So be careful what you ask for, big schools. And as my boy Hank Epton says, you know, these smaller schools, these kids have a chip on their shoulder. So, you know, they're playing for a little bit more. So check this out. We're going to get to our big bass games.
But hold on. You know what?
What's that?
Just like I do every time. I don't care about what you think. I don't care about what you think. All I care is about what Chocolate Jefe think. That's it. That's the only one I care about. So we're going to run under the big bass games of the week.
Number one, UGA at South Carolina. UGA is number 3 and South Carolina's number 4. Talk to him, homeboy.
No, they're actually number 24 to be exact.
24. Excuse me, 24.
And it's about time. Musgrave, whatever his name is, he's getting the recruits in there. And Connor Cook is a junior. You talked about experience. Mm-hmm. Debo Samuels is a grown man out there. Sparkle City representing Chapman High School. UGA lost, to me, 80% of their offense when both of their running backs went into the NFL last year. You tell me, how can you recruit 80% of your offense? You can't. I don't care who you got behind these guys. These guys occupy 80% of your offense. That will make Fromm look good. Fromm will be exposed against South Carolina. They will be exposed. They're not going to run on South Carolina like that. They already know that. And with Debo back there doing running back, kick return, punt return, slot receiver, wide out, he's the new age Dez Bryant. And South Carolina wins this by 3. You heard it here. Gamecock Nation, rise to the occasion.
I like that. TK Wiggins, if you're paying attention.
Gamecock Nation, rise. Everyone will recognize this Saturday. Hey, they will win the East this year. You heard it here first.
Homeboy Fishing is a South Carolina Gamecock fan. Shout out to my cousin Craig. Hey, check this out. TK Wiggins, you missing the show, bro. We didn't pick Dallas, but we picked the South Carolina Gamecocks. Well, I didn't do it yet, but here we go. South Carolina are 10.5-point underdogs at home. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
South Carolina's healthy. They get Debo back. Historically, when they play Georgia, it's always a good game. Cocky, the South Carolina's chicken, is going to be crowing to the AM. South Carolina wins in an upset by 1. Sorry. Oh, what's going on? Here we go. We're back. Here we go. Here we go. Number 2. We got Clemson at Texas A&M. Talk to me, Homeboy Fishing.
Dabo versus Jimbo.
Dabo
versus Jimbo. That's what this game is about.
That sounds like a redneck mud fight.
Dabo versus Jimbo. But you me tell you something, the D comes before the J. For real, Texas A&M, listen, you're about to get punished. Every one of the defensive linemen could have went to the NFL last year. And they decided to come back because they lost that national championship. Well, the game before the national championship. Every one of them decided to come back. Texas A&M, you in for a long day. Clemson in a blowout by 28.
Woo! Hey, Homeboy Fish, I like what you're saying.
In a blowout.
Last week, Texas A&M had over 700 yards of offense and 550 yards in the ground. Texas A&M do have a good running back, and it's a Trayvon Williams, bad boy, Trayvon Williams. But Clemson's defensive line is the real deal, Holyfield.
Say it one more time.
Real deal, Holyfield. Clemson is loaded, and on offense too, they got 2 darn good running backs. Clemson will cover the 12.5-point spread. Tigers by 14 and even more. Tigers big. Next game is our final game. Is Penn State at Pittsburgh. Who you got?
Let me break it down to you. Like I said earlier, the referees had a little sugar on that. Let Penn State slip by Appalachian State. They put a little sugar on that because, like Chocolate Jefe said, these smaller schools are getting paid to play these big schools. That was an embarrassment to Penn State, the coaching staff, and the team.
Yeah.
And Penn State is a big powerhouse, and they will not allow that to happen again this week. So this week, Penn State has ran more up downs and hills than any other college combined.
Hey,
Trust me.
Yeah, it was up downs, bro. I don't think the young cats know about that.
They have ran more up downs, gases. They probably got to pass some class all week and just to run.
Just to run, baby.
Just to run.
That's
because
right.
You know what? You should have lost last week. And Penn State will come back strong and beat Pittsburgh by 7. You heard it here
wow. Hey, bro. Hey, I understand that pick. Penn State last week got their first experience of life without Saquon Barkley.
They got a little sugar on there.
They could not run out the clock against Appalachian State because they didn't have a running back. Pittsburgh is an average team but plays above average at home when they play Penn State. When they play Penn State at home, it's always a very competitive game. The spread in this game is 8.5 points. It's going to be closer than that. Penn State is going to squeak by Pittsburgh thanks to Trace McSorley. I don't know how much, but they're going to squeak by Pittsburgh because their quarterback is pretty good with Penn State. But those are big bass games of the week. Again, give us your comments. Black Homeboy Fishing said, we don't care.
We don't care. We don't care about what you think.
Just listen to us. You might win a little bit of money, or you might just win a little bit of bragging rights in the office. Next thing we're going to talk about is the HBCU game of the week. I am a proud person who went to HBCU, so I love HBCU football. And so the game of the week I'm going to talk about is the Alabama State Rams versus Tuskegee. Homeboy Fishing. These are two historical institutions in the SIAC. Mm-hmm. Last week, Tuskegee lost to a rival, Alabama State, in overtime. But you know what happened in that game? Tuskegee had over 200 yards in penalties.
They probably did a lot of up downs this week.
They did a lot of up downs. Now here comes another rival, Albany State. Albany State was average last year, but they beat Tuskegee. If Tuskegee cleans up those penalties, they'll win the game. I think they do. So Tuskegee is going to win the Whitewater Classic by 8. Those are my locks of the week. And this is what I'm going to say. I'm also going to say here is that the local Kroger in Phoenix City, Alabama, where the game is going to take place, had better stock up on their fish and grits and hot sauce because that's going to be the flavor for the neighbor. Do me a favor. Homeboy Fishing got the fish. Just send us a container of those grits so we can get our grub on. And that's all I got to say. That's HBCU football, baby. Homeboy Fishing. What else you got to say?
Hey, everyone who watching, hit the share button so other people can see this and they can get their opinion. You never know what's going on in this show. We got T-shirts, we got cigars, we even got a little used bottle of cognac sometime we give out.
Hey, bro.
Hey, you never know what you're going to get from this. But you know what, right now, we're about to get up out of here. This is Homeboy Fishing, Chocolate Jefe, College Football Week 2. Hey, football with a dab of fish. Get us out of here, Chocolate Jefe.
Hey, thanks for tuning in as always. This is your football fix every Saturday morning. Tune in every Saturday morning. You got nothing to do. While you brushing your teeth, while you cooking your eggs, tune in, bro. Because I know I can't wait. Can you wait?
I can't wait.
I can.
Thanks for tuning in, Robert. Thanks for watching the show. Pass it on the share. Can't wait. Can't wait.
Deuces.